Hello and welcome back to the Shattered Balance series in Crusader Kings 2 with the HIP mod. In the last episode we just declared war on this little duke here to subjugate him. He's called in an ally from somewhere, I guess it's up here. I think that's the only ally he's called in. Oh, my outliner is over my map mode buttons there, which is a little disconcerting. We'll have to use our keyboard shortcuts. It is that guy. He's the only one that he's called in. That shouldn't be a problem. We're gathering our troops together to fight him. Just using my vassal levies for the moment. He's called in somebody else as well, actually. From over here. Okay, well that's fine. Not too concerned about that. And our vassals are indeed getting annoyed about their levies being raised. Which is something that I'm a bit concerned about, because we've been having some vassal opinion problems, and I don't want to annoy them more than I have to, but this war should be over pretty quickly. I've been spending more time with my wife Anna lately, and though of course we did not marry for love, I can tell it is growing between us. Okay. Our opinions of each other will increase. We will go and fight his army before heading into his county. Okay, my daughter is of legal age. She became a charismatic negotiator. Pretty good diplomacy, actually. Better than our current chancellor, who is our wife. I could appoint her in her place, but I don't really want to annoy my wife, especially since we're getting along better. I'll actually just disband these troops, since we shouldn't need them, and it will keep at least some of our vassals from being annoyed. Okay. And in fact our vassal's opinion here has been increased. So we can probably go to speed 4. Actually, if I'd kept those additional troops, we might have enough to assault this, but that's fine. We're not in a huge hurry. Okay, it's most unfortunate that I happen to hold a title that all agree should rightfully be yours. I'm assuming she wants the duchy title, yeah. Fortunately, we can reject her diplomatically, which I think won't decrease her opinion. She actually has a -5 opinion penalty because of us being old. Okay. My son is of legal age. Okay, martial character. This guy claims he would be a better ecclesiarch. Which he probably would be. Considerably better, actually. I will appoint him because I do have a heretic province that I need to get converted as soon as possible. Well, I don't need to, but I would like to. Before we have any more uprisings there. You have decided to introduce a new law to the good people of the realm, as is your right as their ruler. Now you just have to decide on its contents. We can choose the Turnip Act, the Pants Act, the Hole in the Wall Act, or the Cessation of Violence Act. All of these available because we have the Lunatic trait. Okay, well, let's implement the Turnip Act. The new law has been written, and couriers are even now distributing it to all your vassals who admire your handiwork. Whereas the turnip represents the very best qualities to be found in society, and whereas it is of fine texture, particularly when boiled, and has been proven to remedy all ailments known to man when consumed, therefore I, Despot Sicinios of Thessalonica, decree that the turnip shall henceforth be used as currency throughout the realm, taking the place of gold, silver, or any other precious metal. These shall instead be turned over to the crown for immediate disposal. This law will bring salvation to the realm. Okay, so all of our vassals like us by -10. like us less. I feel like we should get some money out of this if everyone is turning over their gold and silver to us. But we'll see. It's kind of counterproductive to my efforts to mollify my vassals, though. Which is unfortunate, but we were kind of expecting some consequences from our lunatic trait, or at least I was, if I didn't mention it. So we're up to 73% in our war here. And that gets us to 100. He's surrendering, we'll accept. So this was the vassal who previously was extremely displeased with me, who I'm hoping to get rid of, or at least put him underneath another vassal. So we'll go ahead and create this duchy title, and I guess give it to... He's married to the Countess of Uboya over here, so that's quite likely to actually end up in their heir inheriting both counties, which is annoying. It's going to cause some messiness. So I could give the duchy title to him. Introduced insane law, -10. Well, you're not wrong. I could give it to him, but I don't think even granting him a duchy title is going to increase his opinion that much. I guess I'll just give it to the other count, and he'll end up, or his successor will end up inheriting another county, which is not ideal, but it's not the end of the world. So this will give us 200 prestige, cost us 190 gold. We'll grant a landed title to him. He'll be very pleased, and this other vassal is no longer directly under us, so his opinion doesn't matter to us. Unfortunately, from the -10 opinion penalty from our turnip law, we probably have a few more vassals who are lower than 0 opinion with us. Though none as bad as the one we just got rid of, so we have improved things a little bit on that count. We lost our... not Chancellor, our steward. So let's appoint this guy. He's the best person for the job, and also it will raise his opinion into the positives, which is good. Send him to our capital. So only 2 more low opinion vassals. This one is the one that our Chancellor is working on, and him I will just give an honorary title if I have one available. So with that we should be ready to change the succession law once our 10 years is up. Probably change to primogeniture. Oh, we have a peasant revolt. Not against me, but they are in my land. I was a little too fixated with cleaning my teeth earlier today and brushed with too much intensity, resulting in some slight bleeding from my gums. As a result, my teeth are covered in blood. Unfortunately, I have to meet with my court soon, even though I look like a man-eating, bloodthirsty monster. Oh dear. So we lose 2 prestige. It's not the worst thing they've seen me do, though, so... probably not a big deal. I think I'll just ignore this peasant revolt. They're from here, I suppose. They're not actually sieging my county, so it's fairly safe to ignore them. Okay. A holy war is going on. Looks like the Duke down here in Achaia may be involved in that or something else. Holy War for Sicilia. Okay. I can't fall asleep quickly at night. I just can't. There's so many distracting noises, night guards walking around, animals outside making noises, the things I think inside my head. When will it stop? So, 85% chance of experiencing much stress, and 15% chance of gaining the actual stressed trait. So we just got the former. So I think this guy up here has expanded even further. He's known as the Liberator. I haven't really been keeping a close eye on what's been going on. Looks like the Duke of Brittany is also expanding a bit. He's a strategist. My son asked me for a fief of his own to govern. We'll mention a church career. A solid group of my vassals have been riding for days in order to meet, many openly criticizing my rule. My spymaster reports that a number seem to be pretty disgruntled. If anything serious actually comes of their complaining, I'll know within days. Okay, well, we'll see. As usual, my vassals are complaining about the title revocation law. This time, however, they've served their complaints to me along with an actual ultimatum. Do I sacrifice the law? I potentially face a dangerous revolt if I do not. Alright, well, we refused them last time and nothing came of it, so I think we'll just risk refusing again. If we do end up having to fight a war over it, then I guess we'll deal with that. They have wisely decided not to act upon my refusal to heed their ultimatum. Okay. That's fine. We have done some work to improve their opinions, so hopefully that will keep them quiet a bit. You have converted one of my subjects to the Orthodox faith. Well done. You've noticed that my daughter and my other daughter are not on the best of terms. Let's see if we can do something with that. Your horse has always struck you as being of a dependable sort, a quality you feel is sorely lacking in your councillors. Time to shake things up a bit. You will appoint him as your new Theet. Okay. So we're getting rid of our wife as Chancellor. Glitterhoof, I appoint you as Theet of the realm. Alright. And my wife is understandably upset by this decision. I think we may be able to just appoint her back, though. Actually, we'll appoint this vassal, maybe? Yeah, he's landed, and also he has the ambition, so that will increase his skill even further. And we want to send him to improve diplomatic relations down here, since that was our problematic vassal. And my daughters like each other better as well. She's provided me with proof that this guy has been viciously slandering me. How should I use this information? He is the guy that doesn't like us. We could threaten him with exposure. None of these are going to improve his opinion of me, which is what I pretty much want to happen. Having reason to arrest him won't even help us that much because... actually, will that help us if we arrest him? I think that counts. Or at least removed him from consideration for changing the succession laws. Maybe? I think it would, but I'm not 100% sure about it. So I think we'll just keep the information to ourselves. Should note, though, that we have reigned for at least 10 years as a king, so all that remains is to have no vassal count or above with a negative opinion. So... unfortunately, we have many vassals with very negative opinions. Mostly, I have to assume, because of the ultimatum we just refused. Also, having introduced an insane law does not help, of course. Alright, well, let's wait for the recently refused ultimatum modifier to drop off at least and see where that gets us. It's not the end of the world if we can't change our succession laws before we die. We'll just end up losing one of our duchy titles. Looks like some expansion going on up here too. I have been spending more time with my wife Anna lately, and though of course we did not marry for love, I can tell it is growing between us. Okay. She likes me better. I've been having some mild skin issues lately, mainly just some bad acne and rashes. The doctors prescribed me a cream whose main ingredient is ground sulfur. So hopefully this works. We lose 3 gold and 15% chance of having bad acne. Or we get skeptical, giving us +1 intrigue, and a 30% chance of bad acne. We'll use the sulfur cream, I suppose. And we didn't get the bad acne. Alright. So actually, I think one of my vassals has gone ahead and conquered a county over here. Without my intervention. It's this guy, he has these 2 counties now. Which I don't especially like, but it's okay, I guess. My food has tasted strange lately, and I've begun to eat less and less for fear of being poisoned. I don't trust the Mysticos to find the poisoner. The only one I can rely on is my friend. So we can lose the trait Paranoid and have a 10% chance of becoming ill. I think we'll do that. It will give us higher diplomacy, which will help out with our vassal opinion, of course. And we did not even become ill, so that's good. It's hard to find the time, but whenever I can, I try to spend some time with my son. He must be made to see how important family is and to honor and love his parents. Okay, good. And we can increase our technology, so we could go for legalism, which has no effect at level 4, but level 5 will allow us to go to centralized in the centralization law, but I think we'll go for noble customs, since that will give us extra feudal vassal opinion. And we need a new steward. We'll send to collect taxes in our capital. So it's really these 2 that are going to be the most difficult to get to a positive opinion. And most especially her. So I wonder if it might be a good idea to perhaps go back to trying to kill her and her whole bloodline, so that she loses the murdered close kin, or whoever inherits does not have the murdered close kin modifier. We'll see. Looks like we should be able to kill her. We lost our Mysticos. Sure, we'll appoint this guy. Increase his opinion. I'll actually have him build a spy network in... Actually no, it's scheme in our capital. Just in case somebody is trying to kill us. It could well be possible. better chance of uncovering plots. And we're not quite over 100% in this plot, so we'll bribe this guy. That should get us there. Okay. Well, we'll leave it here for this episode then, because we're about out of time, so thanks for watching, and join me again next time.